All right, activity 2 is all about ways that we use elements of design to make things look different. So by that I mean elements of line and elements of shape. So these are two different things. Shape has also been referred to as silhouette before in the course. So if you want to think of them as synonyms, then that is cool. All right, so elements of line. All right, so the element of line is when designers use lines to create specific illusions. So, depending on what you do with the lines, it can have a variety of effects. So, when you have straight lines, it can do certain things, and then when you also have like curvy or squiggled lines, it does even more. So, when we have straight and vertical lines, it obviously leads your eyes up and down. So it makes someone look taller and makes them look slimmer. Unless the lines are like really thick, it would make somebody look thinner. So vertical lines are great, but they're also very in your face, as you can see. So vertical lines can be much more subtle than like the black and white picture that I have here. It could be like a center front seam, or like a necktie can act as a vertical line. Buttons up the front of a shirt acts as a line. Also, more abstract lines like a pump shoe with a big heel that acts as a line, like up the back of the calf, or pleated skirts. So all of those can add length to the body, and it changes depending on the spacing and the background color. Horizontal lines are lines that go from side to side, and they obviously do the opposite. They add width and shorten the body and add fullness. So you might want to see fullness in like the chest area, so like a double-breasted jacket, for example, would make someone who's wearing it look wider. Also, shoulder bags add horizontal lines, or collars and cuffs, turtlenecks, hats that are really wide brimmed all add horizontal lines to a person. Diagonal lines, they kind of help camouflage things because they're not vertical and they're not horizontal. So zigzag lines cause the eye to move all around rather than looking in one particular area. So they can make someone seem smaller if it's on like a shirt, or it could distract. So diagonal lines generally aren't used in a whole garment, they're used as like an accent. And when we talk about lines, we also have to talk about lines that are not indeed physical lines like we see here. This shirt is an example of a decorative line. Like you can see the hearts are in lines, but it's not physically a line. The structure and the design in the structural line can't be separated at all. So when you are talking about structural lines, you're talking about things that are sewn into clothing. So like the edge of a collar, or a pocket, or a hem, or a pleat. Structural lines are parts of the garment that are sewn in and make a line. So you can see her V-neck there, that's a structural line. Decorative line is like the heart example that I explained before. If you're putting it on clothes, it could be a printed on design, or it could be decorative. So like edges of lace or ribbon or braid, ruffles, fringe, anything like that would be a decorative line. Other types of lines could be curved lines. Curved lines like this Brianna dress here. There's not really any straight lines. Even the pleats you can see are curved and rounded. So this reinforces soft body curves. It also helps a garment look more flowy and gentle. So we see a lot of curved lines on women because we want to send the message of that gentle, soft, romantic type. We see a lot of curved lines in ruffles, obviously, necklines, pockets, skirts, and trims. Zigzag lines is the last type of line we're going to talk about. They're not vertical, they're not horizontal, they're not diagonal, they're all over the place. Zigzag lines are kind of make us feel uncomfortable, and we don't know where to look. It makes us feel confused. Zigzags are usually used pretty sparingly, unless it is you want to make a statement, and then go for it.